going to the aim, gotta keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going to the aim, where you at? Going to the aim, gotta keep the flame on, gotta keep the flame on, gotta keep the flame, keep the flame, keep the flame on.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the post-game edition of the Carolina Pro Football Report on ADSN1.com and 7:30 The Game. I'm Kevin Tolbert here at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida, where the Carolina Panthers have just fallen 26-0 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This was the first shutout of the team since 2002. So a woeful loss for the Panthers. They now finish the season 0-9 on the road. They have one more game left, but 0-9 on the road this season. There are no more games left for them to try to make that up, but they do have one more game next week at home to try to finish the season with 3 wins. Now, it was a shock to everyone given the soft nature of the secondary and the 4-game slide that the Jaguars came into this game, even to interim head coach Chris Tabor, who was shocked by just the overall performance and what the Jaguars were able to mount this week. And it was definitely a surprise after their recent games that they were able to put up over 300 yards of offense today.
I'm disappointed, obviously, and that's a pretty generic answer. Did not see it coming. I will tip my hat to the Jaguars. But the way we were trending, I did not see this performance coming down. I didn't. It kind of goes back to the first drive deal, whether you wanted to kick maybe a possible field goal there with a backup or with your offense, the way we were moving the ball. And I'm kind of thinking about how we finished the Green Bay game and all those things. I just had a lot of confidence in those guys and doing that. So we never got on track. We talked a lot about starting fast this week and did not do that. So we got one more opportunity. I talked to the guys a lot about really, I mean, it's going to boil down to, and you talk about, the shutout and those things. I get that. How are you going to deal with it? And there's only 2 choices. It's either character or compromise.
Now, part of the reason for the shutout is the Panthers were without a kicker. Well, at least their primary kicker, Eddie Pinheiro. During the pregame warm-ups, Eddie felt something in his leg, so they decided that he would be a no-go for this game. So they lost that ability to have him kick. Even the 39-yard effort that would have happened in the game today, they instituted, they put in Kamu Grugier-Hill as the kicker for kickoffs, but not using him, deciding not to use him for the field goals today. So not even for that 39-yard effort that would have been the shortest effort of the day. Now, a scary moment for the Panthers today. Bryce Young went down in the first half after being sacked. One of the 6 times that he was sacked today, went down with an injury, apparently a hip injury, but he did return to the game, but stayed down on the ground for a lengthy period of time. So that was something that did worry the Panthers. It's the first time that he's been injured like that this year, but as I said, he was able to make it back in the game and finish the game. And after the game in the post-game press conference, he said that it didn't affect him. It's just part of football to him. Pretty much the same response that he's had all year. So a pretty tough guy, and Bryce Young, who was sacked 6 times today, and 3 of those were by Jaguars' Josh Allen, who entered the record books and now leads the team in sacks after his 3 sacks on Bryce Young today. But a very disappointing day for Bryce Young.
Just got to be better with execution. First and foremost, it starts with me. Missed opportunities, just execution top to bottom. So long as the stuff I got to be better, I got to do better. And then, again, offensively, we all take responsibility. We all look in the mirror and, you said, I think a disconnect is a good word. Just wasn't executing. Wasn't translating, and as their offense, that's on me. So we got one more week, one more opportunity to get better, to be better, and put a better product out there next week.
Now, Young finished the game today 19 of 32 for 112 yards. So a very disappointing day today after last week's 300-plus yards of passing offense. So a lot of work to do to get that to be a regular thing with this offense, still struggling. And they were also struggling, obviously, in the pass protection, giving up those 6 sacks. And in addition to that, the Panthers finished with only 124 yards of total offense all day. So big struggles for the Panthers offense, especially with the disconnect between the Panthers receivers today. Primarily DJ Chark, who had just 1 reception all day after having 2 touchdowns last week. Very disappointing day for Chark.
I mean, we did not get off to a fast start at all. I don't know, that was, we really didn't get off to a start at all at any point in the game. At the end, we tried, force some things, make it happen. Personally, I wish I had 1 or 2 of those plays back, just trying to go get it. And the review, that was a tough one. And then I feel like I had one right after that I dove out. Wish I, like I said, wish I could get that one back. That's personally, but as a team, it's just tough. That's frustrating. I'm not here to point fingers at anybody. So as an offense, yeah.
Now, you might think that the Carolina Panthers are just going to throw in the towel this year, but that's not what Chris Tabor is saying. Interim head coach Chris Tabor talked about staying the course, and he expects the team to do that and play like men, like professionals, and finish this season out, despite what the outcome may be, and then hit the reset button after the season. But obviously a disappointing day for the Panthers, but Chris Tabor not giving up.
I'm going to stay true to myself on the process, another opportunity, and whatever's written is written. But I know that if I shortchange myself next week, then I've compromised. And what I have to do as a coach and leading this team at this moment is make sure that we're pros, be a pro, do things right, and be on time and do those things and go through the process to give ourselves a chance. No question, did not play well today. I won't hide from that. I won't run from that. But what I will run to is let's go next week.
Now, another big scare for the Panthers today was Marquis Haynes going down after what looked to be a routine tackle on quarterback Beathard when he broke outside the pocket. But he went down, was on the field for a lengthy period of time being evaluated, and then eventually was carted off and headed to an area Jacksonville hospital where he, according to Chris Tabor, is still being evaluated. They're not sure if he'll be able to make the trip home with the team, but he's being evaluated for a concussion.
It's a scary moment. Anytime one of your brothers go down, it's always a scary moment, You always send a prayer in the air, trying to keep him covered. So they say he went to the hospital, but they did tell me that he was okay, so that's good news. I mean, they kind of kept us back because, they didn't want everybody in the way, but I don't know, he didn't say anything. They was strapping him up.
And then there's the defensive side of the ball. Not a fantastic showing for the Panthers today. Not the run defense that they had 2 games ago where they only allowed around 50 yards, much closer to what happened last week against the Packers. Unfortunately, that was due to Etienne, the leading rusher for the Jaguars today, over 100 yards for him. But most of that was due to the 62-yard touchdown run by Etienne, and so that was the biggest run. But as you know, the Panthers have struggled containing those explosive runs all season. But the run defense did hold up other than that, quite well today as far as the run defense goes. In the passing effort, they had a pretty reasonable showing. Obviously, it could be better given that they're a top 5 ranked defense, but not a horrible showing for the defense, but still some items they need to button up. But despite how either unit plays, the offense, the defense, the disappointment feels the same for everyone in the locker room.
Like I said, you just got to look at the film and just see, one game left, but it's still an opportunity to get better. So, that's what I know I'm going to do, and that's what I feel that the team's going to do.
Now, just a few other injury updates for the Panthers. Cade Mays, a finger. Frankie Louvu had a bloody nose but did return to action today. Brian Burns had a knee issue, but he finished the game. Dante Jackson was evaluated for a concussion, but he was able to return and finish the game. But Derek Brown ejected. So a very unfortunate loss for the Panthers, bringing them to 0-9 on the road. No wins this year on the road, unfortunately, after dropping to the Jacksonville Jaguars 26-0 here at Everbank Stadium. Well, that's your Carolina Pro Football Report on ADSN1.com and 7:30 The Game. I'm Kevin Tolbert saying so long from Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville, Florida.